What's up, Uncle Roosters? We're back here again for another episode of the famous Unkwoo Show. We got a couple guests here today to bring us up to date on the Stand Up for Steubenville movement and tell us a little bit of their horror stories about how they've been being harassed both online and at home. So stick with us, keep your ears open, keep your eyes open, and keep your minds open. And there he is, your boy, Uncle Woo.
Oh boy, what a way to get introduced, y'all. What's up, y'all? On what's this here, Friday night. I'd like to welcome y'all to Unkwoo Show. Once again, live here in Steubenville, this town that has to be the talk of the town, talk of the state, talk of the United States, talk out of the country. Everybody got something to say about little old Steubenville. Well, we just want to keep on bringing what's good in the hood here from y'all, which we've been doing before this really happened, but we thought that, hey, what better time to come back and give them some more of what's good in the hood. But we got some real terrifying things that's happening in our town, so we will address it. So we're going to take a pause for the cause, but we still bring you something what's good in the hood. I promise we're going to get on that too. But right now, we have two young ladies on the side, on the outside. And we did that for a reason, so y'all do not try to make jokes and say they got an Oreo cookie. See? We're going to give you that energy.
Right now, why you do that? Yeah, it's reversed.
I haven't seen one like that yet. So, okay. Anyway, we just wanted to give you some stories now. Of course, there's a lot of things that's been leaked out, and maybe some of y'all might be wondering why I haven't caught on to it or said something about them. Well, I'm waiting for more information and more facts, and that too is coming, so stay tuned, I promise you. But to my left, let me get right to the show. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to try not to. But to my left is Jill Watkins, Dynamite friend. Over to our right and left with Jet, we have Jackie Sacrapenny. See, he can say it better than me. That's somebody's name. But anyway, both of these ladies is trying to get the word out of good and goodness and youth protection and development. If y'all have ever followed myself or brother Michael Jet, nephew Jet, y'all know that's what we've been about. At least since I know him and since I've been back home and before I got home. But anyway, we want to bring them on the airways because it's a bad thing that to get harassed because you standing up for what you believe in. And that's what these sisters is getting, harassed. I don't understand it. But anyway, I'm gonna get my other side. I'm trying not to let Uncle Woo get out right now. I'm trying to be real cool right now.
So you got Woo right now?
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
But I want to talk to both of these young ladies, and nephew Jay, I want you to interject too when you feel free, of course. I mean, feel free to do so whenever you feel it. Of course, Jackie's on my right. Did a program that was called Steubenville Stand Up for Youth. Now, here's the problem I have with that. Yes, I have a problem with that. The problem was the numbers wasn't big as they should have been. But that's okay. Those people who was there were supposed to be there, and we move on. But I'm saying it didn't say stand up for any type of racial colored kid. It just gave stand up for our youth in Steubenville. So just that language alone should move you and all of y'all to say, I need to do this here. Because it's just like the NAACP. If it wasn't my child, I ain't worried about it. You know, or if it ain't about me, I ain't going to them. They do that, so it's the same thing. Now, soon something else's child, we need you. We'll be there, but have some conversation with it. Anyway, she had this program called Stand Up for Our Youth, and it was a dynamite event. Dynamite. So when she gets done, that means that she was against the victim of rape. That's one of the most absurd things I've ever heard. She was standing up for her child and want this town and people on the outside to see that we do have something good in our neighborhoods and in our town, and she gets jumped on. That's crazy. I'm gonna come back to that. Then my dear friend Jill here, other little sis here, she goes on Dr. Phil's show, and I just want to say you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And I also want to give Dr. Phil his props. Go ahead, I seen you that head raised up.
No, okay.
Gotta check him everywhere. I know the head get up, he give it to us. Okay. I gave Dr. Phil some props too for doing a dynamite show without being any biases on any side, and I was glad of that. Most of the people who couldn't see the balance, they hated him.
Right.
He did a terrible job.
Well, because he's not following their personal agenda, and that's how extremists are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're either 100% with me or you're 100% against me. It doesn't matter what the facts are.
Yeah. Right. No in between.
Right.
Okay. That's true. Anyway, she did a wonderful job, but that got twisted. Now my sister is doing real jail. Y'all some clowns.
I'll tell you what, though. But I'll tell you what, they might be onto something.
Oh, you ain't never lied. They don't know.
That might be a catchy cartoon.
Oh, man.
I might be intrigued to sit down for a half hour 3 times a week and watch a little bit of Steamville Jew.
What are you talking about? If you can't laugh at yourself, maybe you laugh at
That's right. That's right.
And just I'm gonna just speak on this real quick. I heard a story that somebody called Jill. I guess they didn't say who they were, and told Jill, they were in support of Jane Doe, and they I guess they have positioned Jill opposite of Jane Doe, which she actually isn't. She's just pro children. So anyway, they positioned her opposite of Jane Doe, and they commenced to tell her how they were going to come rape her and kill her. And I told her what I would have said is, oh my God, I thought you were against rape. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. Are you for rape or are you against rape? What's happening? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
That might be our episode.
But guys, you like seriously, you have to make up your mind. You're either going to be cyber terrorists or you're going to be justice and freedom fighters. You can't do both. It doesn't coexist.
Impossible.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the things that you're doing to some of these people is just terrible. Now, you really haven't been bothering me that much. Outside the episode that happened with my son, I've been living a pretty peaceful life. But the stories that I'm hearing from these ladies is like they're just being constantly badgered, attacked, trying to drag their names through the mud. I actually saw a post on a certain site. I won't even name the site because it's not worthy. I actually seen a post on a certain site where they were inquiring about Jill's son, about if he was trying to go to college and get a scholarship, and
that tore me up.
Why would you want to, like, what kind of language is that? Like, and tell me this, if somehow you can stop her son from going to college, which you can't because colleges don't know you, don't want to talk to you, and don't consult with you about who should come to their school, so nice try. But if somehow you were able to accomplish that, how would that help your cause? Who's the benefactor in that? Like, who's going to benefit from somebody not going to college?
Well, it makes good for their little circle talk.
Right.
I stopped another one.
Right.
But I don't even know what the cause is anymore.
Yeah.
What is their cause? Because
it's
if it's
scattered.
for Jane Doe, I haven't heard anybody talk about Jane Doe for a long time. All I've been hearing is people take people, them putting people through in Steubenville in our community and dragging their names, dragging their children, and it's mostly women. They kind of leave men alone. They're kind of like victimizing men or women and the kids. They're not messing with the guys.
But they say they're for women.
But they say they're for women.
Obviously they're not, because they're attacking women.
This is the problem that I have. And I want to say this: if any wrongdoing happened or whatever happened, that night, and I can't say because I wasn't there. My son can't say because he wasn't there.
Right.
But whatever happened that night, the courts need to deal with it. The courts need to sentence someone and put them and do what they have to do with it. But that is not for me to say. I didn't go to school to be a judge. I didn't go to school to be a lawyer, and I'm definitely not God. So how could I give these kids out a sentence when I wasn't there? Okay, and if the girl, was raped, then the boys definitely should do their time or do whatever a judge gives them. I mean, I'm not for any kind of criminal activity, but also, in the same sense, our children now are the victims.
Ain't that something? Flip.
Our kids are the victims because our kids are the ones in lockdown. And I know people can make fun of my desk city and tents and desks and stuff, but that is real. That was something real that happened. Oh, Harding Middle School didn't do that. No, my daughter doesn't go to Harding Middle School. She is 9 years old. She goes to an elementary school. The whole Steubenville City schools were locked down, not just Harding Middle School.
Right.
It was every single school in Steubenville, and I believe even they had like a drill or something at the Catholic school in Steubenville because the threat was that severe. And I read it myself with my own 2 eyes. So, someone sent it to me. So The threat was that severe to where our kids, we just hear our kids, if they turn on the TV, they saw the Sandy Hook stuff happening. That's a scary thing to little kids, especially when they shouldn't have to worry about going to school and getting shot or getting hurt or getting killed or death threats or anything like that. These individual classrooms in the elementary schools in Steubenville were locked down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Some of the children had to go in closets, and some of them were barricaded in desks. Well, let me clear that up. They were barricaded with their desks in little corners in the back of the room, and the teachers, to ease their mind, just said they were making tents. Mm-hmm. So when people want to make fun of me for feeling so bad for these little kids.
They're retarded, man.
For telling the truth, because you told the truth.
But these dudes is retarded, man.
It disgusts me, because who are you for?
And it's a total hate movement. It's a hate movement.
Right.
It's a hate movement.
And back in, you remember the LL Cool J song back in the day? When LL said, when people go and ask you what you did with your life, you'll say, I hated LL and I carried a big knife. Like, that's all, like, at the end of the day, when you give your whole bio and your story, well, what did you do with your life? Well, I hated LL and I carried a big knife. That's all you did. So that's what you're doing with this hate campaign. Like,
right.
what is your motivation behind this? Well, one thing I'm clear on. I don't know if a rape actually took place or not. We'll find out. I don't know who all was involved. We'll find out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the pictures that I seen. I don't know what they're telling me. We'll find out. But the thing that I'm sure of, guys, is I hate Steubenville.
Right.
So that's what that's the force that's driving most of these people. Some of these people are just bandwagoners that have heard the story on face value, and it's a horrific tale. If you just hear the story on face value, and you don't know what's actually going on, and somebody just tells you, like, there was a house party with high school kids and some girl got drunk and passed out and got gang raped. I mean, that sounds horrific. You know what I mean? If it was that open and shut, I'm pretty sure it would probably be over by now. But obviously it's not that open and shut. At first, when the story came out, they said that there had been a kidnapped. Those charges were dismissed. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the story on face value is one thing, and what actually happened is another. So wait and see what happened. It's in the courts right now. Wait and see what happened. The investigation itself is still open. So wait and see the fruits of that labor, and then cast your judgment then, or be outraged. You're outraged already, and it's not even over yet. Right. I don't understand what the goal is.
And the thing is, I feel like if you're not putting a mask on, or if you're not jumping on the Occupy Steubenville hate site, if you're not jumping on that, then you support rape, and that is certainly not true. I mean, I don't support rape. My son doesn't support rape. You guys don't support rape. No. Nobody supports rape. So here's the thing: just because we're not agreeing totally with what everybody's saying does not mean that we are, saying Jane Doe's lying. And I know that when I was on Dr. Phil and there was that clip of me saying, what if she's not? I also said, she said, well, is it possible she could be guilty? That prosecutor said that. I said, is it possible she's not? Let the justice system handle it. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying that she, is a liar or anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she is or if she's not. But guess what? It doesn't, to me, now it's personal, because now it's attacking my kids. Yes. My kids, my daughter's scared to go to school. My son's been terrorized by people just because he's on the team. It's unfair. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like the justice system needs to do their job, and which they have been from day one. All this talk about there's so much corruption in the case. There was never corruption in the case. There wasn't. That was proven. So that really upsets me that this all was brought into our town because of hate. This was not because of a cause. It was because of personal agendas, and that's how I feel. It is.
Now they're going to spin that too.
Let
me get to this caller.
Go ahead.
I'm going to come back, because I'm going to come back on both of y'all. After you did come on this part, I'm going to have both of y'all come in here with some of your stories, so we can actually, I don't ask you to put no names out unless I feel like it, but for right now, I just ask you just tell us some of the things so people can hear from y'all out there what's going on as far as your people coming around your houses and calling and all that. Hey, caller, you on the air, Unkwoo Show. What's up, brother?
Hey, this is Dave Barnes calling from Columbus. How are you?
What's up, brother Barnes? All right, how you feeling?
Hey, Dave.
I was calling in just to thank you all for doing what you're doing in support of it.
Well,
To get Steubenville from someone that grew up there and still has pride in that town, and get sick and tired of people saying, I'm ashamed to be from Steubenville and so forth. And like you said, I know a couple of you know that I posted that even myself here in Columbus have been, for wearing a Vigorous shirt, have been asked if I myself was a rapist.
wow.
Yeah,
You
I'm a
serious?
48-year-old. Yeah, I'm a 48-year-old man, and then I got a private message on Facebook from someone from Occupy Steubenville saying that they were coming after me and my family.
Wow.
And my children never even attended Steubenville schools. You know, so that's one thing. If they want to come. I got a twin and 2 other brothers that are more than welcome to greet them at the door when they come to the house.
Oh,
But
I know that.
people don't understand. I mean, I was living in Steubenville when all this went down. People don't understand that Jane Hamlin did the best thing that she could have done by recusing herself from that case.
Absolutely.
Because of her, you know, knowing the kids that were involved and so forth. People don't understand these things, but yet people still go after people like her, Frank Brzee, who's a personal friend of my family for years, and then going after, you know, Jackie and Jill and everybody else. But they have no understanding of what our beliefs are. I mean, you know, like I just heard Jill and everybody speak, we're not condoning rape in any way, shape, or form. I mean, it's a horrific crime, but like, you know, everybody's saying, let the justice system do their job.
Right.
Let them do what needs to be done rather than getting in the way. You know, rather than people that have no idea that, you know, what goes on in Steubenville are coming in and, you know, vilifying the whole town and crucifying the whole town for, you know, actions of, you know, what may have happened from a few people.
Right.
That's right.
You know, I just want to, you know, congratulate Jill on everything she's been doing. I know she's been really putting herself out there in the public, and Jackie. And I will definitely be, you know, come heck or high water, we'll be there in March and at the rally to support the youth, because I was told by children, I have my son that's 25 and a son that's 23 now. You know, they asked me where I'm from. To this day, I said Steubenville, Ohio, born and proud.
That's right,
And that's the way
brother.
it'll always be.
That's right, brother. Stay that way, too.
That's right.
Right.
you.
But I just wanted to thank you guys for doing everything you're doing and for taking time out to let me go ahead and call in tonight. Like I said, being away from it 2.5 hours away is a little different. I don't get everything but what just the news blurbs have here. So let's just pray, you know, to whatever deity that you believe in, that justice will be served and that things will be taken care of the way it needs to be done, rather than on, you know, public opinion forums, you know, such as Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Good points. Good points, brother Bond.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for the call,
All
brother.
right,
Appreciate it.
thanks for calling in,
All
man.
right.
Love y'all.
Love you too.
Love you too, good brother. My man, David Bond.
And that's kind of where I was turning my energy towards when because I feel like we're giving too much attention to people who don't deserve it.
Right.
So what I want to focus on is what today forward, what we're doing now. The event that Jackie has started that we all have become a part of. What do we have planned, and what do we see coming from us moving forward? That's what I want to focus on. Now we can always go back to, you know what I mean, the stories of what happened, because that's important and people need to know that.
That's why I want to do that first,
You know,
and then go into bring the good right
All right,
behind it.
well, let's
That's
do,
what I think.
well,
we should
let's do that because whether you know it or not, I am not Uncle Roo. This is Uncle Roo. So we're going to do what he wants to do, and then we'll go to nephew's plan afterwards.
That's right. That's part of the plan. Yes. But any of y'all can jump in. We just wanted that to be just known. I mean, y'all ain't got to do a whole 15 minutes on it, but I mean, just express to what's been going on here in this little town behind what is going on, because this ain't justice at all. This ain't mercy at all. This ain't no, you know, I don't see it. But if y'all, which one of y'all want to go in? You, Jackie?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead, and then we'll bring Jill back
Sure.
in. I got something I want to share.
You know, I mean, the whole thing that we're all standing up behind that I created with the Stand Up for Steubenville Youth, we got it out there, and like you said, could have been a lot more people, but there wasn't. But ever since that, there's been hate towards me. There's been stories on the internet about me posted, but I won't even say who they were posted by because his name's not even worth mentioning.
That's right.
You know, I'm white trash. My son, who was 11 years old, is white trash. They're pulling into my driveway at night. They're sitting there, you know, just sitting there. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. But we all know what kind of car they drive
tell you
because
what.
we've seen them.
Oh, I was upset when you girls said that they was bothering you. But when you said they said something about Scotty, that struck a whole new emotion.
Yes, they call him white trash. My 11-year-old is white trash.
Like, that's my guy.
What did my 11-year-old do to that person? You know, Michael knows him really well. He's a good kid.
Great kid.
He's a good kid, but he's white trash. And it's horrible. We don't stand for rape, of course. We're all parents, you know. And we are doing this for the kids. So if we did stand for rape, why in the hell would we be out there doing something for the kids? We wouldn't be. We wouldn't care. We would be keeping our mouth shut. But it's affecting us personally because it's no longer about the victim. This group has come in and created 1 million victims now, not just one. The whole story has been taken away from her, which is sad because it should be about her.
And then they're posting her personal information.
Yes,
Actually, I don't
yes.
think it should have been in the media for her rights.
Right.
What you mean?
Because I feel
Her
like
name, everything's out
put her
there.
name out there, but not
The
only
people,
the name,
and it's the people that's supposed to be trying to help her.
Put her name
Oh, y'all
out
need
there.
to quit playing.
No, they did.
Nope, they did.
That's a
Yes.
fact. They did.
Yes, they
It's a fact.
released dockets. They released court information.
That's at the end of the show. We're done. We'll see y'all next week. Another episode of Unkwoo Show. We'll see you around.
Like, you know, everybody wants like the justice for this girl, but these people that are claiming to be, okay, I'm a supporter of hers, they're putting her first and last
Yes, they
name
are.
out on these websites, so everybody knows who she
How is that
is.
helping
How
her?
is that?
It's not helping her.
And see, I just want to be clear on that real quick. What I want is truth.
Truth.
That's what I want.
Absolutely.
I want truth. I want to find out
Absolutely.
exactly what happened that night.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I want. And then after I get all of the truth, then I'll start asking for or expecting justice. But
Exactly.
the first thing I want is truth.
Right. Absolutely. Which if this hate group would let the justice system do their job, we will get to the truth. But they want to throw their opinions and everything in and make it 10 times harder.
And it's not just the hate group that we're speaking of that we know about, but it's also the blogger that started it.
Correct.
From the get-go.
What's her name again? Oh, y'all want to say her name? Goddard?
Rennie or something.
Prettyfield, Goddard.
Pennyworth. Yeah, something
No,
like that.
What's her?
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
That's
Alexandria
her. That's her.
Pretty.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yes, indeed.
She put out false, information, and then that's how it all blew up, I think, the way it did. And then it makes to the whole nation seem like this was like this craziness.
Yeah, the way they linked it together.
They linked it together.
They took the video, and if you're from Boulder, Colorado, and you see the video, then you're thinking, oh my God, here's a video of the guys bragging about raping this girl.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, right. And that was it.
But that's not what it is.
It wasn't even there.
You know what I mean? And people don't know that. And if you say it, somebody wants to kill you for saying it.
Listen to it. He said it right there.
Yeah. He wasn't there.
Well,
The video wasn't
even
even.
that part of was the stupid stuff that he kept saying.
And wasn't the
It was
video
stupid to me.
posted before that happened? Somebody said that the video was actually, that he actually did that video before.
Yeah, they had it.
No, the video was done after.
It was done.
But it wasn't the same
What they
day.
were saying is,
Okay.
no, what they were saying is that they had that video
Right.
before. The police said,
He didn't even.
But see, he's not even in high school.
No.
But the thing that they were saying is, yeah, they already had the video, and what they're saying is, this isn't evidence of anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we have the video, and like we hate it too, but there's no court for. I really didn't like what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no charge for, boy, what you said disgusts me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you can't get an indictment for that.
yeah,
So
salty.
you know what I mean? Like,
Just
just
indictment for making Steubenville jail.
right when somebody somebody does something and it makes you
There's
upset.
another video coming.
I don't know.
I tell you what, Steubenville jail, man. I can see that coming on like
That's it. That's it.
right between like King of the Hill and like and Family Guy.
always say it, man.
Somebody better get on that, man.
They're already on it.
Somebody better get on that.
Mike, I would have filmed that for us, yeah?
Do not forget where you started from. We want the royalties.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what mess around and make a Steubenville Jewel character. South Park.
Okay, Paul Joe, real quickly, now you, about your situation with this here. This happened before or after the Dr. Field show? You get all this type of stuff.
We have been experienced hate from people because my son's on the football team.
Oh, that's right.
And because my son has openly said that he does not want to believe that his friends that he knows and played football with did this. My son was not there.
Right, that's a good point. Let me stop you right there. Great segue. He said he do not believe that they did it, right?
He doesn't want to believe it.
He don't want to believe it, right? Okay, or he don't want to believe it. Okay, either way, that's just and for one thing, he has an opinion on this situation, like everybody else do. That's one, and wasn't that wrong with what he said? Really, if they listen to what he said, because he said it based on their character. I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody walked in there and said, "Man, Michael Jett just went down and robbed the bank, man," I said, "Come on, man, really?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna find me some money. I'm gonna rob me a bank and get him out of jail then, because I know he ain't do that one. Yeah, I don't think. I just, just judging people's character.
Well,
They know what it was about.
And they've also told my son they didn't do it. So
Right.
So not only does he not.
So that's why he's getting attacked too. You saying?
Yeah, he's getting attacked over, and the thing is, it's like if you don't take this vigilante justice, if you don't agree with everything they say, then you're attacked and seriously being similar to me, not to be if you do not do the exact same thing as somebody else and you're trying to help me say, why don't we all have the same? First of all, if we're all wanting justice, why do they have a problem with us? If they want justice like we do, whatever happened,
Everybody should have. Everybody should have a common goal. That's what everybody should have. That's what all good people should have. So to me, we're just silly. They don't want your son to believe his friends. But who do they want him to believe? They don't want him to take the word of the people that he's been around for the last 5 years, every day, in the weight room, in class, in the field, on the football field. Don't take the word of them. So who's harassing him? Yes, it's not even their word, because they're getting told a version of the story about someone. I'm saying that's beside they want him. So they want him to take a fourth party assessment of the situation instead of a one-on-one with somebody who's actually there, who's actually a part of it, and they're looking him in his face and they're saying, "Man, you know me, I didn't do this." Right. And I would have a hard time not believing my friend too. I would have and matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that. I wouldn't have a hard time not believing my friend, because I would believe my friend. I would believe my friend.
And that's exactly what's
Now, if
happening.
he's proven wrong, if the friend's proven wrong, or if that friend was proven wrong, you should get what you got.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in any
And that's
situation.
what
I mean, that's how I feel with my friends. Now, if I got friends and they say, "Look, well, we done did this dirt." Okay, well,
Then
make it pass, you make it pass. But you get caught, you caught. They say you do the crime, do the time.
That's right.
So a lot of us know about that down the road. Some of y'all is too holier than thou to understand it. But that's okay. But also, after he left the show, he got more stuff talked about him. That he said,
Oh yeah.
they twisted. I have a part here I want to play real quickly about what he really said on the show about what he would do if it was a rape case. So y'all give me one quick minute. I'm going to line this up. The phone number is 740-219-9686.
While you getting the video ready, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we got going on March 16th, right? March 16th, back at Jim Moore's Park. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Jackie?
Just going to have another rally like we had, but this time we want to get the kids more involved. We had a lot of adult speakers that reached out to the kids last time. You talked, I talked, Jill, this time we wanted to get the kids to talk.
Right.
We want to get the kids out there. We're asking if they have any talents, if they want to sing, karaoke, dance, rap, You know, whatever it is they want to do, football, whatever it is, depending on the weather. We want them out there. You know, we want to rally around them this time.
That's right.
You know, so we're taking it off of the adults a little bit this time and putting it more on these kids. We want the kids to step up and do something.
That's what's up.
That's powerful. Excellent. 740-219-9686. 740-219-9686. Jaleel, if you're out there, put that in the box for me. I'm not on broadcast. I'm just on the regular stream. That wasn't what it's going to say. It's prayer time.
Oh, wow.
That's what it is. It's trying to remind me.
Of anybody who is in a similar situation, but yet can make a judgment without
This lady just went.
rescue. Of anybody who is in a similar situation, but yet can make a judgment without even being there.
Well, never mind.
Somebody wants to call.
We'll get back to the video at another time.
Yeah. Okay, private call. I usually don't set no private calls, but I'm quite sure you probably call them private because you want to be on the show and you don't want nobody to know who you are. Is that correct? No.
Wow.
Well, mess up my video. I'll get ready to play it. I'm not going to say nothing. Hey. I ain't mean to put you on blast like that. Just how it happened.
Call back.
With your real number.
You can call private even if you just want to go, Luke, I am your father.
Oh, shoot.
Something that's gonna hurt them for the rest of their life, or I'll make them not do it, you know.
That was the only part I wanted to say. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Well, what he said was, he's not going to talk nobody out of stopping the rape. He's going to make them.
Yeah.
That was her son.
Make them stop.
That's the part. Yeah, make them stop. But most of y'all didn't want to let that be played, or don't want to talk about it. But that's okay. I just had to let that be known real quick. Caller, hold on. I just wanted to make that be known that was my purpose for bringing that up, because what y'all only part people was talking about is the part where he said, "Them is my friends and I believe in them." But nobody wanted to bring up. I'm getting that call. They got patience. No, but I don't think nobody actually wanted to bring out the part where he said he will not sit back and watch nobody rape. He said he ain't gonna talk to him, try to talk him out of it. He gonna make him stop.
Right.
Gino's a big boy. He gonna make something stop too. All right. Go ahead, nephew Jay. Oh, you was done.
No, I thought we was
Oh yeah.
What's going on with this? Is it?
All right, here we go. Colin, you on the air live, Unkwoo Show. What's up?
Hey, we just want to let you know you're doing a great job down there in Steubenville. We're out for the country, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for the rally of the kids. Thank you,
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Okay. Hey, when you say out the country?
I think he out in the country.
Oh.
From the country.
Yeah.
From the country. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Okay, I missed that. What he meant.
Well, I
Okay,
don't know.
good.
It's hard to
Also, callers, when you call in, please turn your internet down because it gives a feedback, and I can hear you, but I can still hear the feedback. So, but we thank that caller for his props and his love. We have some other things I want to get into. There was a protest of kids, or I think it was. I forget the two sects that's involved. But one of them is this truck that's riding around Steubenville telling DeWine to get these people, he want the rest of these people brought the justice, blase, Skippy. And they had 70,000 people who made it to DeWine's office. With that meant, not people, but that was the petition. Signature. Yeah, petition was signature. Phew, I don't mean they went there. But they took that up there to him. And what I like to say to that is that I have no problem with that. And I also want to say that to the world, if you didn't hear Nephew Jet said last time we was on the show, let me say it. It was not just Steubenville kids at this party. Correct. I want to make that again. There was not just Steubenville Big Red kids at this party that night. So, if you say all them children there, please don't forget them kids from all these other places.
That's right.
Indian Creek, Weirden, and all them other spots. Madonna, yeah, get them all.
Central.
Yeah, Central was there too? Oh my, wow. Anyway, I'm hoping y'all make sure that y'all don't just say, I want them 5 other kids from Big Red there. No, I want to make sure you, since y'all saying they all witnessed it, get them all. And I know somebody right here who's a coach who said some of his kids was there. So I'm going to make sure I put the pressure. I want you to make sure you tell who them kids is, since you about Jane Doe. Okay? And my other thing I don't know if this dude will ever see this, but he might, we going right with him on YouTube. This is another idiot. Somebody posted on my page. He's going out. I mean, he's made a whole talk about all of Steubenville. I don't know where this dude from. Like, he probably down Tennessee or Florida. I don't know where he's from, brother. He got on there telling me, yeah, all you people in Steubenville should be ashamed. I said, see, another clown want to get a little bit of fame off of something he don't even know about. Mm-hmm. All of Steubenville, all of y'all. I wish I had your name.
I read on YouTube with one of the first anonymous videos that they came out with, demanding an apology, or they were putting people's names and information out or whatever, but
didn't happen.
So what happened was, on the comments, there were so many hate threat comments to the whole Steubenville football team, because when the story broke, it was almost as if the whole football team was part of that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which really, really bothers me, because my son wasn't there. Eddie wasn't there. There was a lot of kids that weren't there that were part of the football team.
Neither was my son.
And his son wasn't there. So here's the thing, they're saying, line all the players up and shoot them, execute them all. And I read it with my own 2 eyes. So these are comments made, and this is my problem, because the media has misinformed people so much about everything. Yes. Everybody's jumped the gun, and so there's nothing factual right now. There's nothing factual really right now out there, because really, who knows other than the courts and the kids that were there and the girl.
Right, them parties.
Or maybe she doesn't, because I guess she.
I got a problem with. I have a problem with that too. That's another problem I have. Blaming kids that wasn't even there. Right. I mean, I'm talking about personally talk to kids who wasn't there, who said they've been harassed because their name was put out there.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of stuff? I mean, I don't get that.
This thing is wicked.
They put my 9-year-old daughter's picture all over the internet. 9-year-old little girl's picture.
Your picture?
A lot of pictures of it. They hacked into my.
And what did they say about it?
I don't know. I won't even get on and look at it, because to me it's not.
Wow.
I don't feed into it.
I guess that's the first part.
Yeah, I don't feed into it.
This thing, it's wicked on so many levels that you need a 10-hour talk show to talk about every day. I gotta get something to drink for it.
Get you something to drink, bro. Before you pass out. I don't want you to pass out. Yeah, but you're right though. We could go that long, but I do want that to be put out there though, because it's a fact that I want the world to know. Since you're watching all this other media, we want y'all to know that the good citizens is getting harassed and dogged out for doing what? Stand up for their children.
And
that's a bad thing.
Just answer me this: if you want to line the whole football team up and shoot them in the head, then now you're a mass child murderer. So what makes you any better than somebody that will rape somebody? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I think child murderers are one of the lowest forms of criminals that society has ever known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing. You're saying
anyway.
you're gonna murder a locker room full of kids in the name of justice? Like, whose justice is that? Where does that motivation come from? Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, you're a nut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're a nut, and people. Honestly, like, I'm giving you too much airplay. You should be ignored.
Right.
You're right. You should.
That's
why I'm not giving them no attention either right now. I just want to really. Didn't you have I don't want to see it right now because I will tell it who it is. But it has been screenshotted who really gave that gun threat, wasn't it, or was it not?
You mean the
one that went to
the sheriff?
No, the one that went to that's
the
middle school.
Middle school. Yeah, that was on the social media.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do somebody have that screenshot?
I have it.
You do? Where they actually put it out there?
Yeah,
you see
the person that made the threat.
Oh, I just have the actual. No, I have the actual thread and the retweet of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the retweet. That's what I mean. The tweet of it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yes, indeed. Well, I'm telling you, part 2 of this show gonna be real. I mean, part 3 is really gonna be real good because we got somebody really doing some And
Well,
that's-
but the problem too is they make fake accounts and then get out of the accounts
Oh,
after
yeah.
doing things. So it is hard to
also,
catch.
it wasn't no real. Oh,
Well, it could have been. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Someone just sent it to me. I really don't know. Well, you know what happened.
well-
But I have it. I feel, someone sent it to me and I saved it. So I don't know.
Our forensic computer analyst is on vacation.
Yeah.
No,
But we
actually,
all
he's
getting
in
ours
town.
on. Yeah, true.
Actually,
man.
just got it down.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
well, we just wanted to give y'all just another view of what's going on in Steubenville, and we just want to let y'all know that we still here standing up for the good of things that's going on in our town. And I'm just not a fan of too much negativity.
That's right.
Now, somebody might say, well, why are you talking about it? Well, because I have to at this point in time, because there's an evil spirit that is just trying to whip right through this town by way of social media, by way of real media, because none of them come ask anybody for another opinion. They just go straight to the ones who
Well,
call.
and then they edit it to the way they want to edit
Exactly.
it.
That's
You
another
know.
bad part.
There's been I've done a few interviews now, and so is my son. And each time
Been cut.
it cuts the part where I say, "I want justice for the victim." Whatever whatever happens, I want justice for the victim. Whatever.
One more
whatever
time,
it
tell
is.
them again.
I want justice for the victim.
Did y'all get that? And it won't be edited
I want
out
justice
of
for
this
the
show.
victim. However, I believe the judicial system should do it, and not, people that are just hearing hearsay without facts. So,
But it's a sad day. I'm not going to touch on what I'm thinking about it, because I'm talking about people just sick-minded, man. I'm gonna leave it alone without.
well, it's.
Well, let me hit this real quick before we wrap up. The last time we were here, I told you about a couple things that were going on. The Stand Up for Steubenville Youth Rally was one of them. That kicked off and was successful. Tomorrow is the day for the benefit dinner for Demetrius Benjamin. There's a group of girls partnered up with Demetrius's family, getting together, having a benefit dinner to try to get Demetrius a headstone, which is to me a real honorable move. And I'm not just putting it out there. I'm supporting it. I got 2 tickets. I'm going. I think anybody that if you don't have anything to do tomorrow night, or even if you do have something to do tomorrow night, get a ticket anyway. Get a ticket. Even if you can't go, get a ticket. If you can go, get a ticket. Go out and have a good time. Support. They're going to have some raffles and different things. Give you a chance to win some money, as well as donate to a good cause. But that's going on tomorrow night at CJ's. And actually, after the dinner, it's $10 at the door. The tickets for the dinner are $15. At the door after the dinner, it's going to be $10 for the party portion with the DJ. So it's a good cause. It's going to be a good time. Some great girls. Just to give a shout out real quick, I don't know everybody that was involved. Just the people that I know and the people I met with: Keely, Danielle, Sarissa, and Buddha. No, I know those are for the key people for sure. I'm sure there's many more supporting and helping, but those are the 4 that I talked to. So go support them, give them some help. It's a good cause, and they're doing it the right way.
And can I say something too? Well, it's off that. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Before I close, I'm gonna give y'all some remarks anyway. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Michael. This has nothing. This is to do with like the case and stuff that I'm talking about.
Go for
But as far as everyone wants to down our sheriff, but our sheriff has been for the kids, like an activist for the kids, or advocate. He always is about the goodness for kids in our town and in our county, actually. So he's made over 200 arrests with people that have done sex crimes against children. 200 arrests. So how? And I don't think people realize. I don't think people realize the facts on this. So these people that are the masks, and they're giving the sheriff death threats against his family, and saying he's corrupt and all this. Do they know that he's arrested 200 people that have done bad crimes?
They're telling him they're going to come into his house and rape his daughters.
Yeah, and they told, exactly.
Explain that.
Yeah, I don't understand. There
It
are
makes no
key
sense.
things that need to be addressed through media that none of this is getting out there. It is coming that Steubenville's horrible town with horrible people in it. No, it's totally not fact. It's just not factual.
Right. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller.
Thank you. This is James Hoffman.
James Huff. Okay, James Huff, you on the air. What was your question again?
Yes, my name is James Hoffman. I'm calling. I was wondering what the benefit is for tomorrow.
The benefit that they're having tomorrow is for one of the kids that was killed here last year. Named
Okay, no problem. We will definitely be there.
All right, we look forward to seeing you
We
there.
will know what the benefits were, sir, and we will definitely make sure we have a few people show up there. Thank you very much.
All right.
And thank you as well. And it's the point.
And I
Thank
think
you.
your show is great. This is the second time we watched it, and we like it. It's great what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, partner. I greatly appreciate the call. And thank you for your prayer.
Michael J.'s good boy.
All
Baby nephew. All right.
right, good buddy. All right, you can take care of that little buddy.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, man. And see, that's the way it works, man. When people see a good cause, that's what you're supposed to do. Jump on board. You know, what I mean, jump on board and offer some help.
And I thank you for that too. That plug on overturning rape victim. I never knew that about Sheriff Abdullah did that,
Yeah.
but thank you for that plug.
You should know, because according to one of the blogs, you're related to him.
Oh, that is
You
right.
know,
That's what
your,
they said.
your last name's Abdallah, so you're in with the sheriff. That's why you're supporting
Oh, that's
me.
what they said.
Yeah.
My
His name is Abdullah.
Yeah, it's Abdallah. Your last name's Abdallah.
Can they not see the
You're related to the sheriff.
Is that right?
That's why
Oh,
you
that's the
support me.
connection. I'm related to
That's
the
right.
sheriff.
That's why you supported my rally.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I support you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't have my dad as the president. I mean, the principal of the school. I wish I could have had that.
My dad.
I know it. They said my dad. No, they say he still is. We don't have a black principal down here in school. And to make it even matters worse, my pa's been dead since 1979. Do your research right. This is sloppy work, fellas. Okay. Before I let y'all get some closing remarks, because I'm very grateful for y'all coming on. And to answer the question in more depth, the brother it was for, I was so glad that the caller he didn't need no more information. All he just wanted to know is what was it for, and he coming. But it's for the young man to get a headstone that doesn't have one. Family don't have no money to get it for him, so these girls came up with this concept of helping him out. And Uncle Woo has been called out to come and take some pictures, so they know I wasn't going to turn them down with the love I got for them girls. But I'll be out there taking snaps, and all the proceeds is going straight to them.
Yep.
So don't think Uncle Woo's making $1 because for some reason y'all think Uncle Woo's making $1. Y'all run the other way.
See, and to me, I got a problem with that.
I'm talking to y'all.
I don't understand why people.
That's another show, brother. You know that.
I'm gonna leave. You know what?
That's
I'm gonna do like my man Creeder said, and I'm gonna leave that
And my boy Creed, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, that's a whole nother show. We're gonna get him on that one day. You can believe it. And before you do closing remarks, I'm kind of glad you said that you made the point that we do not condone rape in no way, shape, or form. And this part won't be edited out of the Uncle Woo Show. We're gonna make sure it's played. So they won't have no idea for you to think that she said that on the TV. That means she with them. She's against it. And to make that stand up for our youth was not a stand up against the rape victim. It was not.
Right.
It was just for the cause of standing up.
Well, we're against discrimination. We're against bullying. We're against harassment, and we're for truth, love, and justice. That's what we're for.
Coming together. That's right. This is one
Absolutely.
town. And I know one thing before I get my other 2 marks here. I know most of y'all think that if I'm looking from the outside in, that's a little hick white town. No, it's not. You got blacks, whites, we even got Mexicans down here. How dare you?
We got blacks, whites, Mexicans, Asians, Puerto Ricans.
Italians, everybody here. It's
We
the
even
melting pot.
We even got a real African.
Yeah.
Well, one.
It's one still.
No, I'm just playing.
You do know up on the hill, Ibrahim. But we just want to let it be known because since the world is watching, keep watching because we're gonna keep talking, especially on these issues and more to come. And if this town is corrupt, I don't know what you think your town is. I really don't, because I don't know if any town is not corrupt somewhere in that line of work. But I mean, go sweep up your house and come tell us how you cleaned it up. Bring us a success story, and then maybe I'll jump on the bandwagon. I said maybe, but if I don't see no facts, I ain't jumping out there, out the tree, butt naked, no clothes and no parachute. And then when it's all said and done, there's another side to that story. I don't know.
And I think that maybe Michael could address this a little bit more, but there's been so many positive things that Reno Suckach has done for so many people in our town, and
glad you brought him up.
So I think that these are really important facts that need to be addressed because this stuff isn't being said. The good things are not being said, and I really think it's important for this to come out. So maybe if Michael...
One thing is for sure, when people don't like you, everything you do gets on their nerves.
Right.
And anytime there's a situation where your name is mentioned, you're going to get, if it's positive, you're going to get absolutely none of the credit. And if it's negative, you're going to get all of the blame. Mm-hmm. So that's just a life that some of us choose. Like I've been in that situation where I've been a part of something beautiful, but I don't get the credit. But if something goes wrong, I get all the blame.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have my kids, the Tigers. We win a championship, and the kids are so great. We lose a game, it's because the coaches suck. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. you know what I mean? And but that's what I'm saying is it's unjust. There's nothing that you're ever going to be. You know about him. The people that are supposed to know.
Right.
And just like they always say, the people that matter won't care, and the people that care don't matter.
Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to. We was just talking about that earlier, and she might have some difference with Suckach, and so did I. But right now, I'm not gonna let you just tear him down because of what your thought is that he let a whole team do a rape case, which that makes no sense at all to me.
Just lying.
I'm just gonna say, that's just a blatant lie. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing behind him on that because I know he's not that type of guy.
That's right.
Me and him might have differences, and when we see each other, it's like we didn't ever have a difference in the world. But I still might have my differences. But that don't mean nothing because when I see the good in that I know of, I'm gonna stand up with him on that one, and that's that. Yeah, leave that alone because what you're really doing is setting up these kids in a bad circle.
Yeah.
And that's the part that really got me. You really got my attention when you start messing with the youth. Before it all happened, okay, here go these guys. Everybody making noise. But now when the first time we got the threat up on the hill, oh man, I was blew away. I was like, no, they ain't messing with these children. I was out there in the cold. I ain't got a child in there, but I was hot. But we just wanted to let it be known that we here. And we're gonna keep on bringing you all the good that's in this city, and we're also gonna bring you those who we think is important to come up here because you're messing with them, and we let you know that we with them, because we with all people who's doing something good. Now, if this good person decide to go do something bad, they on their own. But when they stand up and do something good, I'm working with them. I'm serious. I'm gonna do that, and I don't want to hear about nobody's past. So what? If you go dig mine up, you'll be like, wow, you serious? He was like that. So I'm not going to be the one to do that there. And I got Jackie, and I'm going to give both of y'all closing remarks, and I want to make an announcement.
I just want to see everybody come out on the 16th in March. I want to see a bigger group, a lot of kids, and that's what I want. I want a bigger group of kids out there. And the people we had a couple people there last time that were there for the wrong reasons, but
maybe they can pray on it and come back for the right reason.
That's right.
Because God forgives and so do we.
That's exactly
we
it.
do forgive.
Exactly.
But we don't
and all the hatred and
but we do forgive.
Yeah, and all of the negative, things that have been said about me and done to me. It's not making me any lower. It's not stopping me from doing what I believe in. I will still be there on March 16th. I will be there after March 16th. I will always stand up for these youth. You're not going to stop me. So you can say anything you want to say about me. I mean, when you talk about my son, that really got to me.
Yeah, that got to me. I'm thinking I know they ain't talking about my boy.
Yeah, I was really upset with that one. Leave him out of it. You can attack me in any way you want. I'm 35 years old. I'm an adult. I can come back at you. But I'm here for the children.
That's how I felt, man, when my son came home and told me what they had did to him. Man, because I've been pretty much trying to just stay away from it. I got my opinions, and some people I share them with, some people I don't. But I'm like, man, it was like the devil was trying to draw me out, and trying to make me react instead of being proactive about a situation. It was trying to make me react to that, and if you would have seen me, man, I was a mess. I had to close myself in my room. My kids was trying to get in the room. I had to get on my knees, man, and really like pray my way through that. I mean, this has been a real trying couple months, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been a real trying couple months, and I can imagine some of the people that are more closely involved in this. Like, I can't imagine being these guys' parents or brothers or sisters and what they might be going through. I don't even want to speculate on it. I don't know, but I'm telling you, this has been a real trying 2 months for this whole community. Mm-hmm. And I mean, some people, we need to pray.
Yep.
We need to pray. And then when you pray, just believe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, because this situation is bad, man. This situation is bad, and it's getting worse because of it's now turning into competition. Right. It's now back and forth, bickering and nitpicking and
really
a whole bunch of things. Yeah, it's grown. It's a full grown man of its own. You know what I mean?
No, it's walking now.
Yeah, it's a full grown.
I don't Facebook fight. I'm not a Facebook gangster. So please leave me out your mouth. My name out your mouth. I've been hearing about it, and then they even got a private room where I got a back door into, and I got to look at some things. I'm like, look at these clowns. Don't even know I'm watching them. Yeah, I got ways too.
I feel like
real good people out there. I want to mention this guy Al Thawra, Majmu, whoever he is, Al Thawra, Thawra. I'm speaking to you. He put the last show up that we did. And the first thing he said, look at this here, yo. Like it was something new. It's on the internet. Ain't nothing. We ain't hiding. I'm posting it, so you can go ahead and put it on that wherever you want to. Right. But look at here. I was talking about the all of us like this and that and the third. Not once did I say anything of that sort. I talked to the ones who was guilty. So if you feel guilty, that rock I threw hit you. That's your fault. Now let me see you repost this.
That's what they said.
To you.
They said hit dog gonna holler.
Yeah, that's what he did. That dog hollered. Hey, call it jokers. I said, yeah, I called you jokers. Those who is involved with this stuff that's going on with the wrong perception and with the wrong agenda. Yes, you're a dirty, no good joker. Now make sure you repeat that in the right way, because then after you read it, listen to it, then you go talk about it. He said all of us. No, I didn't say that. Matter of fact, I stopped and said I'm going to stop saying anonymous, because after I did research and check what anonymous does, I haven't seen him act outside the box like this. Right. I haven't seen him go attack a whole school, and then y'all gonna say it was a kid that did that, try to prank and blame him. No, these kids are scared. They don't want to get involved like that. Some of them been seeing some people with the mask on up there, so I call them masked men, and I stick to that. Mm-hmm. Like it or not. Me too. Like it or not.
I like what Michael said at the first rally, where if you believe in something, you're going to stand behind it. Take your mask off, put your name to it.
Oh, yeah.
That was. There you go, right there.
That's what it's supposed
to be.
Take
the mask off, put your name to it, stand together.
If you really believe in something,
because they did no hacking down here where they illegally. I mean, it wasn't nothing except for that was it roll rear roll? Right. But I mean, every last one of them didn't do roll rear roll, so ain't no major hacking been going on this case. Mm-hmm. Come on down and take the mask off. Mm-hmm. No more masks in the Ville. We don't want to see that here.
And my thing too is
I know y'all don't like what I said, so what?
It's real important right now for us to lift each other up and unite, right, like as a community,
stand together.
Stay positive. This also needs to be, a wake up call to parents of girls and boys. Yes. There's way too much drinking going on with these high school kids, and a lot of parents have to work now, and so lives get busy, and it's hard probably to you want to believe that your kids are really spending the night at someone's house, or they're really, not having a party at yours. But when it comes down to it, you really have to check on them. You almost have to stalk your kids.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What else you need to do is parents need to interact with each other. Make sure, and I'm not saying that I'm the greatest parent in the whole entire world, but I try my best. And my thing is, know your kids, all the numbers of the friends they're with, know where they're going, and then check with the parents. Mm-hmm. If they're saying they're spending the night at a friend's house, then call the parents.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And if people did that, then I think this probably would have never happened if that would have taken place. And so parents are going to have to assume responsibility at some point to, make sure that these kids are, any kid's going to try, a lot of kids try to get away with stuff because that's what, everybody's human. So nobody's perfect.
Know where
My
your
thing
children
is,
are.
we need to lift
That's
each
it.
other up. We need to pray for each other. We need to love everybody compared to, everybody. From Jane Doe to the kids in trouble, to their families, to our community, and everybody else, because hate is just going to bring hate. And the only way we can stop that is through love and uplifting each other. And I'll probably get made fun of for saying that, but it's
No,
the
you
truth.
gonna get it.
But I'll get it, but that's okay.
So all right,
Real chill is all about love.
That's all. Hey, it don't matter.
And I am in the city,
That's cool.
and I'm gonna go underneath this desk right now and pray to God that you don't pee your pants.
But hey, they don't know what they're doing. They think they're making fun of you. They gonna make Steubenville Jill famous. You gonna mess around and get rich
It's
for
already
being
there.
Steubenville
They
Jill.
already did it. It's on. What you mean? They already
Shoot,
did it.
put me a character in there.
I want a character.
No, y'all got one for Uncle Woo. Now you got one.
Oh, we could be like the
They have us all like.
Just City.
The Desk City cartoon character. That's right.
Hell yeah. Thanks for the text. Our mic was humming. I guess we was getting too loud in here. But they understood, I guess, so I ain't get too many calls. Please call me next time. I know y'all won't be on the air, but call me.
That ain't our mic humming. That's your computer.
No,
I'm just playing. Thanks.
a good word. That was a good closing. Good closing remark. We do need to unite under just one. And I just wanted to make mention that the guys that came up there, they said that they came to support for real. I don't know how true it is, but I actually inboxed one of them. I said his name. Frankie and I asked him about what was going on and this and that and the third. We had a little conversation back and forth. And Frankie Francis said he just came up to support. Like I said, if it was true or not, I don't know. I can't judge him by what it was. At least he told me that his thing was just to support that.
You never know what people come for. When I saw them there, I assumed that everybody who was there for support.
Correct.
But then when you see the comments that people make afterwards,
Exactly.
then it makes you think.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
When they're live
You know what I mean?
streaming what's going on, but you can hear what they're saying as they're live streaming about everybody that's talking, they were not there for the right reasons.
And then the things that they put. Well, it seemed like it was more about bashing people than it was about kids and stuff like that. Like,
Man, I know they went that route.
I didn't see.
Oh well.
Frankie say that. I'm not. But there was a couple people there that had a couple negative things to say, and I mean that's all good too because
let me say this,
because you don't gotta like it just to support it.
Yeah, and another thing, true. And another thing is, if you have something that you got to say, 740-219-9686. You can call and dispute it now. Get off of Facebook. With that gangster Facebook talk and all that there rough, rah. It's open market. Y'all, like I say, y'all already know my number. Y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't no mystery. Anybody can call me. Give me a call.
And there's a lot of misunderstanding because people can't type emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't type the volume change in a word that would change its whole meaning. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you say in a sentence, like when you raise and lower your tone of voice, it changes the whole meaning of what you're saying. You can't do that when you're typing.
Right.
So it's better, like you said, to call in, say what you have to say.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we
not
can have
jumping nobody. You can put it on private if you want. Only damn answer private calls is on this day. So.
And we can have a clear understanding. I can tell you where I'm coming from, what I think, what I believe, and you can do the same, and then we can either agree or agree to disagree and move on.
But if we're all for justice, like they claim to be, and we are, so where's the problem? I don't understand where the problem is if they're for justice. Just because we aren't in front of the courthouse with masks on, that means we're not for justice?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's why I question the agenda and really what this is about, because this is the reason I feel this way. And I mean, call it what it is. I mean, if they're for justice and we're for justice, why is there hate going on?
Right.
You know?
But you know what, Jill?
Uplift each other.
How I see it is, that's their problem.
Right.
If I feel like that my approach is in lines with the Constitution, if I believe that my approach is in line with God's will, and I believe my approach is in the best interest of the community and the kids, if somebody got a problem with me, it's their problem. I'm not concerned
That's
about it.
right, but that's exactly what's happening. That's why, it makes people question in our town what the agenda was. Because when everybody wants to see justice, whatever it was, but nobody really even knows what went on. Nobody knows.
That's the bad
So
part.
this is the problem, exactly. But then, just because you say, okay, well, I don't know, let the justice system handle it, then you're wrong in their eyes. And so then you're bashed and they're humiliating you and they're trying to put you out there. And And, you know, if you're not silly like me, it really might bother you, but me.
So I'm telling you, I don't know what you're talking about, but I want me one of them characters. I think that's going somewhere. So get in there right now.
Well, my brother is a filmmaker.
And make a nephew jet. And you can make him say and do anything you want. Just
put him out there.
Yeah, just put him on out there.
Yeah, we'll laugh about it later.
Some people ain't this, but to answer your question, some people just they're not interested in truth or justice. Like,
and that's what my point is.
You got to understand that just everything has an equal and opposite reaction. And if you believe in good people, you also have to believe in bad people. And I'm not saying which side either is on, but both exist. Mm-hmm. So if anytime that there's people that want truth, there's going to be an equal and opposite person that wants to conceal the truth. You know what I mean? And even if you say it right in their face, telling them the truth, they're going to give you the la 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 la. They don't want to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm. They already
on the air. Yes, they want on the air. They don't want to speak to me. Private. Yes, you're on the air. Unkwoo Show live. What's up?
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I think the biggest misconception is what nobody really knows the truth. You got one side and the other side, and hopefully with the grace of God, we could figure out the truth. I think that's all anyone really wants in life, right? What
that's
really happened that night. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your call. And I stand on that.
Yeah.
I do want the truth.
How can you go wrong there?
Absolutely.
If you get the truth, that's what they say. That's what they say in the courtroom. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
But the truth doesn't mean it's a truth just because a blogger says it is.
Correct. Right.
So, or someone on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Or even Stephenville Jew.
Right. Exactly.
I'm telling you what, man, that is funny.
I actually enjoyed.
That is funny. See, I didn't see it.
You gotta see it. It's funny.
My daughter.
It's on YouTube.
But just the fact that they calling it.
And she looks so good. She looks so good on there.
It's funny. Okay, y'all. Before I close again, I ain't get to close yet. But no, y'all good. Y'all good. This was good. It was excellent. I'm just gonna say it. If y'all had anything else you wanted to say.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, this ain't forever hold your peace, because this ain't a marriage contest, because we're gonna have something else to say later. I just wanted to say this here about a young lady, and if y'all can help out, we'd be greatly. This would be awesome, y'all. She had a fire at her house and lost everything. She sent me a text. I wanted her to call in the show and just give it all out on her own, but due to her situation, she ain't positioned. But if you know anybody got 4 toddlers and 9.5 shoes, if you know anybody, no, I'm sorry, it's 3. Okay, that's 3, size 4 toddler, 9.5 shoes, size 5.
5T.
5 toddler. Okay, 5 toddler. Good lookout. And then there is a 6-year-old with size 6X's. Shoes 12.5. They're doing a benefit the same night, the 26th tomorrow night. So I told them I couldn't get there, but I'm gonna try to put this word out. The reason I want to put it out is because I know that there's people out there who have tons of clothes somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
Just especially in this group right here, the 4T, the 5T.
Well, how did they get it to this girl?
Okay. Hold on, let me get down.
Give it to Uncle Woo.
Hold on, let me get down. I'm gonna help him out even more. But if y'all do have that, please try to sit on your heart. If you know somebody, just write this number down. That's how you can get it. 740-995-0513. And as for Janine or Jessica, once again, that's 740-995-0513. She's somewhere down in St. Clairsville area, I believe it is. St. Clairsville or Bridgeport area. But this is what she sent me, an event page for her children, man. They lost everything. So whatever you can do. And if you forget that, just give me a call, 219-9686, and I'll be glad to help direct it. We're going to try to get another drop-off place here that we'll announce next time, too, because I know it's not going to be a one-time thing that she's going to be needing until she get it off. All right, y'all. Nephew Jet.
I'm good, brother. I'm
okay,
good.
Well, only thing I want to say is about the love for your children, y'all. Love for your children means this here. And I know parents do party. I don't judge no man or woman for what they do. The final judge is gonna be God. Do your thing. And the only thing I would say is that before you go to your party, check on your kids' party. Wherever they saying it's at, please do that. Just to make sure that it is chaperoned correctly with parents there, and there is no alcohol in the rooms or locked up somewhere. Probably if it's a house that people do drink, please tell them to lock they liquor up if you see their kid going to the house and you take a look around. I mean, it's only right. This way we try to unite under that there one goal, because we, as nephew just said last time, I like to coin the phrase, we don't want to do anything to disrespect the alleged victim, and we definitely don't want to do anything to disrespect those who are accused. Because me personally, I know the young man that's accused, and his parents, my peoples. But I'm still here to say that we want all of them to have some justice, because y'all calling them little kids up and they're talking what you're gonna do to them. It's a sad time. But that's about it. We're gonna wrap it up. I don't have no producer, so I gotta do it all.
All right. We'll see you next time. We're gonna keep you updated on what we think, how we feel, what's going on within this community, with this case, with our with the youth, and we'll keep you posted, and we'll try to keep it as real as we can. Peace.